So far, I have reviewed every single Hololive figure under the Pop-Up Parade product line by Good Smile and Max Factory. Did Good Smile repent from their sins? With this particular figure of Minato Aqua, we are here to find out today. Hi and welcome back to the channel, Steven right here with a mini figure review for the day. We are looking at Good Smile Company's pop-up parade line Minato Aqua from Hololive. So this is supposedly an affordable figure under the pop-up parade series, as we all know by now. She was released back in November 2022 for 5,500 yen before any discounts or shipping cost. Yes, that is affordable compared to scale figures that cost 3 to 4 times as much minimum, but at the same time, I would say 5,500 yen is on the expensive side given what you are getting, which I will elaborate in a moment. With this figure, after release, she was in stock. I bought her immediately from Ami before she sells out. Hololive is going to sell out regardless of what I say in this review, and the value is going to shoot up. Yeah, she is already sold out in Good Smile online shop at the time I published this video. So the thing with this figure is that after I purchased, Ami did not ship her until around mid-December. Almost 3 or 4 weeks after I purchased her. Apparently there is some chaos going on with logistics and shipping over at Ami because some countries in late 2022, they are still rejecting parcels. Yeah, you can't ship, and Ami had to take care of all that mess and that delayed shipping. A number of my friends were also affected. Regardless of what figure you buy on Ami, the shipping was delayed. The good news for this figure of Minato Aqua, Good Smile got her face right, especially the mouth region. Thank God. This is probably one of the better Hololive figures out there, right? I was very concerned with the mouth region because of what happened to Okayu and Korone. You can check out their reviews in the links in the description below. So the thing is, this is a small figure, and when you make a small figure with a mouth that is open, you need to paint very carefully around the red color region as well as the teeth, the white color region, because the teeth is very small. It is like half a millimeter in width, very hard to paint it right, especially in something so mass produced. So it is really a relief to see Good Smile got this figure's mouth done so well over here. That is the most important part of any figure, the face. You need to get it right, otherwise the figure is ruined no matter how good everywhere else is. The paintwork of this figure, at least from the front, is mostly quite decent. I like how striking the hair looks, the color over there. If you put her on a shelf amongst all of your other pop-up parade figures, she will stand out quite a lot, and that is what I like about this figure. The maid outfit, the dress over there, the paintwork is also quite decent, except for this one spot in front. Yeah, this one over here. Some lack of refinement over there, which shouldn't be happening on the front of the figure. We move down to the legs, the feet especially. While the paintwork on the shoes are quite okay, but the skin region around her foot, yeah, it is very pale. It feels like the shoes are too tight for her and you're losing that blood color over there, right? For example, I squeeze my hands and yeah, the skin becomes very pale because blood isn't flowing. That is what it feels like when I look at her feet. One more small issue is her fingers, her index finger and her thumb. It looks like they're almost fused together, which isn't nice, but at the same time, this is a small figure, so maybe there is a limitation to how precise the parts can be when they manufacture it. However, the horror begins when you flip around the figure and look at her backside. Oh boy, it is a massive train wreck over here. The first thing, you look at her hair over there. The lack of refinement is worse than even many price figures. I have no idea what happened. Yes, they are being joined from several separate parts. That is fine, but they can't even bother to refine things to make sure all this mess doesn't happen to the figure just because it is a low-cost figure and they assume nobody is going to look at the back of a figure when they display it. I think this is kind of inappropriate given that this figure cost twice as much as a price figure, so it shouldn't be as bad as a price figure, an average price figure, not the better ones. The second smaller issue at the back of this figure has to be this white color stripe. along her dress. Yes, every single pop-up braid figure I have reviewed so far has a very similar issue, so this is nothing new and this is relatively minor. So these are the two issues I can find on the back of this figure, and then you combine it with those several very small problems on the front of the figure. This is far from being a perfect figure by any means, but the silver lining is at least Good Smile got her face right. So I can see this figure selling very well. A quick mention about the base, which is pretty much the same one as every other Hololive pop-up braid figures out there. A rectangular plastic base with the color of bukake. Yeah. As a summary for today's review, is this figure of Minato Aqua worth it? It really depends on what are your expectations, because if you have deeper pockets, just wait for the scale figures of her coming out. Those are way better. Assuming you can afford it, of course. If your budget is on the lower side, you can go for price figures. I think there are price figures of her out there. Otherwise, this pop-up braid is not a bad purchase at all, given that at least Good Smile Company got the face right on this figure. However, for 5,500 yen, I would say yes, you can still get her at this price point if you can find her in stock. But if her value has gone up like what happened to Okayu and Korone and even Pekora, 9,000, 10,000 yen for one, no. Please do not spend that kind of money on a pop-up braid figure, even if you love Hololive a lot. Just save up that 10,000 yen you're planning to drop on a pop-up braid figure and spend it on a proper scale figure. Yes, buy less in quantity, go more for quality. That is my best advice I can give you guys. So that is about it for today's figure review of pop-up braid Minato Aqua by Good Smile Company. What do you think about this figure? Do you have one? Please do let me know down in the comments below, and thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Goodbye.